The only thing they do need to worry about if you're on the side of Neon is grouping up. Because of course the RP factor, RP sets up for the troll, and with the cleave as well, it's going to be easy to take down on some of those squishies if they get caught in the RP. But it all comes down to whether or not the magnets can land the RPs.
Yeah, and if we think forward to the team fight in the next 10 to 15 minutes, it's so easy for Neon to play the team fight because all they have to do is to defend terribly and make sure he stays alive in the team fight. But Adroit side, you have to go for the Dazzle, you have the RP, TB +1, +2. You have to deal with, you have to potentially worry about the Spling Snowball save from this as well. So execution-wise, it's so hard for Adroit to do everything perfectly. So this is one of the big challenges for Adroit. They have to kind of break apart formation of Neon.
They were hoping they could get Scam by himself, but he's got backup. There's a lot of heroes there on the side of Neon up top.
Yeah, this is like in this timing right now, Scam doesn't want to play Pool anymore. He wants to play with his team. It's time for Neon to group up right now, so it's even harder for Adroit to find any openings for them to solo kill, for them to get TB when he's solo.
And you can see that Scam wants to fight too because his next item after getting the Sand Manta style, he's going straight for BKB.
Yeah, he definitely needs it.
So he knows that he's going to be fighting very soon. So if you can finish that before these engagements happen, it's going to be huge. Of course, we're going to have to say this again. There's two ways to really disrupt that BKB, right? There's that swap from the Venge, and then you've also got to worry about the RP. But those are the only two factors you have to worry about if that BKB is up. Otherwise, he's free reign in the team fights.
Yeah, Adroit right now, they have to think how to kill every fast before his boss can notice and react to that. I think one way to do it is to swap him into a very deep position and then kill him off.
Annual might be dead here if they can get spotted by a strike, instantly dead. It goes manual. Oh, it's better than Scam. Unless Scam decides to stick around, which he is. His team's in the middle lane. Are they trying to scare him off with Boomy?
It looks like very
Center, they've got the RP, there's the damage. They have enough. Scam goes down. And now it's going to be Adroit controlling the flow of the game. They found him up, they met him up as well. There's the snowball gonna land off onto that Earth Spirit. The snowball, will it connect at the toss onto the Earth Spirit? Looks like he's gonna go down to Yopaj in the back line. Meanwhile, up front though, Scam's coming back and everyone's retreated. They want support out of Adroit, but they've managed to keep their course.
They want to do Roshan right now. There's no RP, there's no epicenter.
Snowball's to skewer out of there. Snowball won't be connecting at all, but look at Yopaj, he's hunting for that Magnus. Looks like they will be able to get him as well. Nice little kick up. Magnus is gone. No buyback as well.
Big Roshan for Scam.
A bit slow, but
that was a bit scary because Scam was literally just farming there and barring Adroit to come in.
Maybe they wanted it. I mean, maybe they said just use all your spells. They have big cooldowns because after that you can't contest.
Yeah, but one thing is TB definitely didn't want to pay his life there. I think his teammate connect a little bit slow, but you couldn't blame them. Dazzle doesn't have Bing Dagger, Tusk doesn't have Bing Dagger as well.
And then Yopaj wasn't anywhere near the as well. He came in much later. But at the end of the day, they may have lost heroes up front. They still get the Aegis. So now they've got to worry about killing Scam twice if you're Adroit.
Yep. Then again, I think Adroit, they are okay with this. Adroit is not exactly the best hero to carry Aegis. After you take him down the first time, when he wakes up, he wouldn't have another meta.
He can't 1v1 a troll.
No, especially the battle trance. There's no way for Neon to effectively shut down the battle trance throw, especially after he gets BKB.
Yep, so it's not time for Natsumi to shine, considering that he had such a tough first game.
Yep. You have to shine here, especially you pick throw with the Magnus. You are supposed to shine.
Looks like they managed to find Ruby here. Oh, they will be able to grab that kill with all those creeps. And King's here at Epicenter to boot. They will want to kill Yopaj. The Hand of God gets used. Avalanche actually stopping them from the connections. They won't get that tiny at all. The turnaround is there. Oh, the center stops. They actually managed to stun like the Magnus. They will get the Grave off onto Pretty Hard, but they managed to kill off the Magnus in the process. 3 heroes are dead though on the side of Neon, and they got a little bit too deep. Yopaj is going down as well. Not what you were looking for, and Scam was thinking of joining too, but now on can't retreat.
Yeah, I think Neo has to be really careful with this kind of fight because they don't want to be the one forcing fights because TB is a very slow hero. You want to be fighting around the TB, you don't want to be chasing too much further because TB, obviously he doesn't have good mobility for him to do that. He's slow when he pop his mana, so you want to play around the TB, you don't want TB to be chasing you. And Adroit, they have been finding really good openings for themselves, picking off left and right, especially when TB and his teammates are separated apart.
I love the itemization coming up from Sam. He's actually gone for the, was it the God King build? So he's got his Magnus style and the Heaven's Halberd. The Halberd going to be so helpful against the Troll, and if not the Troll, even the Magnus, right? Magnus will start hitting hard as the game gets later on.
Especially Magnus doesn't build anything that gives him feather resistance, so that Halberd is going to be having a full duration on Magnus. I need
who are they going to find? They found that Sume and say, yes, though, can they actually protect him? He will just be able to run away, but Gohan actually can see if he can cut in from the right side, but Bruni has spotted out for Tiny. Troll would be able to get one out. They even come in with the Terror Blade as well. Vengeful Spirit, the first one to go down. We've got to pause. It looks one is lagging. Oh, it's Scam.
Ooh, Nasumi managed to get his battle trance off, and he just got his fresh BKB as well.
Does he turn? Oh, there's no way he turns around here.
He turned. I mean, he turned, but I think that's a good way for him to survive. If he wants, he can, after the battle trance, he can BKB and get off. He's gonna heal up now.
Are you gonna? Would he be worried about Play Hard coming in? Because Play Hard is awfully close.
At least he wouldn't die during the battle trance. So I think there's still ways to play it out. And Scam is very far away from Troll so far.
Is Scam near Play Hard? Is there a chance if the snowball is on cooldown, Play Hard snowball in with Scam?
Oh, that could happen.
Can we click on the Play Hard observer, please? Okay, we'll find out now. No snowball.
No snowball.
Alright, so that's not going to happen.
Oh, he's doing so much.
Oh, replicated! Actually put stuff in and actually got the break on Natsumi. Is at full HP though. They will get the tiny RP on the Kitsu. Maybe he used it right earlier, so he won't have that available at all to protect Scam. That's going to be the Aegis usage as well. Oh, the Tusk goes down. And also Rappy gonna try and go for the quick getaway. He's sticking around though. Does he have a grave available? There's no way he reaches Scam. He will manage to get off the ultimate, but it's just not going to be enough. It looks like Neon, they have overextended.
They had. What a great RP coming out from Magnus, catching two of them. And this is the power of Troll versus Terror Blade. As a Terror Blade, you don't have any power to man fight against the Troll.
Oh my goodness.
And the heal as well from Nasumi. He had the Mobbing Mask for him, that's why he's doing so much. And also BKB, I think that was a very wise choice. He was initially getting a Asher, but then I think he must have had a very...
no, the mistakes made here. Play Hard going to go down. They've got kills off there. Obviously, they turn around, they're going for it. Oh goodness, they've actually killed them. Natsumi, that's huge. They shouldn't have lost the Troll there. Oh, and they're also going to lose the Sand King. Adroit. Oh goodness, did they just toss everything that they worked hard for away?
This is such a scene, Dota. Like every time you see one team gets a win, they immediately charge downwards and try to get a tower, but they forgot that they don't have their ultimates up. They don't have their BKB up.
No, they actually tried to roll out there with the Earth Spirit. Fumi gets cut off by Yoko's. Oh, I think things are going downhill.
I don't know what to say anymore. They find themselves such a big win, and then they just give it all the way back to Neon. Like, fortunately for them, Scam is still in the graveyard, so he didn't get anything out of the kills. Otherwise, the TB was gonna be so much bigger. But then again, this is stopping Adroit's tempo.
Seems like, I don't know, it feels like Adroit, after that win, maybe getting a bit overconfident, and very sloppy. There was no reason for them to lose Natsumi there.
No reason at all.
No, I'm not sure if his BKB was...
His BKB was 2 seconds away.
Cooldown, right?
Yeah, he was on cooldown. Battle Trance was on cooldown as well. I think if you really want to get the tower, at least you hit the tower from a range form.
Yeah.
So you have some space for you to disengage for a bit.
Maybe even have the Vengeful Spirit. Yeah, where was the Vengeful Spirit? Was CML...
I have no idea. He wasn't there.
It was very strange not to have everybody there. It looks like the Chen Creek's going to be a big pain in the backside here.
Army.
Slowly killing them off. Oh my goodness. I think wanted to play
Oh,
for a
Natsumi
bit.
pop his BKB and better defense.
On Yopaj of all people.
No root.
No root, still going. And we've seen how fast Yopaj can be. Oh, Natsumi! Oh, I can't get that tiny. Yopaj is doing such a good job at just being a nuisance.
RNG is not in favor of...
Not at all. Ooh, managed to grab the tower there. There's the avalanche. BKB getting popped there onto Mac. He's going to hang on. He doesn't have the RP available yet, but they have the setup there with the same thing. Toss. Oh, beautiful Boris, but connects onto two. Cookie as well, but here comes Scan from the backlines. But here comes Ricky rolling from the backlines from the Earth Spirit to have enough to kill off that Terror Blade. He will manage to get his health back to full. Racky constantly getting disrupted, has no mana. The Magnetize disarm, attacking in favor of the Terror Blade. He must kill. Natsumi will just survive. He has the HP, but no, he will eventually go down. But at the end of the day, they got the big bad Terror Blade and no buybacks on any of these dead heroes.
Yep. But the strongest pushing power throw is down now, so I doubt Adroit can get anything out of this except for some vision. But that was a very close fight. Unfortunately, Natsumi didn't have the better chance there, so he didn't get the kill up. He didn't have the BKB as well. So maybe this is why you don't want to pop those ultimates, risking for a kill. But nevertheless, Adroit played that fight really well. And this feels like a 50-50 game after all. Especially Magnus is getting really good farm, throw as well. And don't forget that they are playing a 2-core lineup versus a 1-core lineup, so it's always going to favor the 2-core lineup.
Yep, we got a quickening farm that gets picked up as well. We'll see who gets that one.
A sub-Cuirass on Magnus very soon, so that's going to be the damage mitigation against the bad juju, against the Terror Blade.
Do you think he'll buy that out, or will he want to save for buyback?
Depends on what happens next for the next couple of minutes. Maybe they want to save the buyback for Roshan, or maybe he can farm enough for him to afford the assault plus the buyback. It all depends to the Roshan timing right now.
Yeah. We'll see in a minute what happens with that Roche.
But seems like he wants to buy out though. He has already bought out the Hyper.
Yeah, maybe this is the fight they're saying. It's like, okay guys, we need our to win this next team fight. But this is so risky because we can... I think we haven't seen it yet, but we can always imagine what happens if they just don't manage to disrupt those backline supports, right? You've got to always consistently think, what happens if the Tusk gets the roll off? What happens if the Brave comes off from Racky? What happens when the Hand of God connect from Janual? Is that going to be enough to keep Scam alive? And of course, if Scam's alive, he's the one doing all the damage. And then we've also seen Yopaj come in, constantly just harassing CRL, being a nuisance to Natsumi.
Yeah, interestingly, we have been seeing how strong Terror Blade can be when his supports are around, but we haven't seen that at all this game. We haven't seen a full final team fight coming out from Neon. Most of the time they are getting split apart.
Oh, looks like Box is going to be able to spot out Jackal. Yeah, the Double Centaur is actually stunning up the same thing. Oh, beautiful connection! It's on Hitsu! It's dead there as well! Oh no, they've lost 3 right off the bat. Neon!
See you later, nerds.
There's no way they salvage this fight. They need to get out of there.
What a beautiful play from Magnetis. He blinks Skewer in the TB into Tusk, and there's no them. And then RP them together, so there's no snowball save coming out from the Tusk. That was beautiful.
Oh, the connections.
Like, Adroit is doing so well in separating the supports coming out from Neon. You almost feel like Neon is also giving them the openings for them to do that. Because Neon really haven't seen any protection to the TB at all this game. Like at Neon, they have to be really worried right now. It's all coming to their own execution.
And I think Assault Crass got bought out on the Magnum as well, so they got that working for them, helping out the troll. Look how quickly the tower is
Monkey Bar also got the ultra as well, so doesn't have to worry about the evasion anymore from TV.
Yep. That extra damage for the troll as well. Oh, this is getting very scary now. Because I think I mentioned this multiple times. The Terror Blade, he is strong, but the lineup itself is one-dimensional.
Yes, very wrong one-dimensional.
So it's really up to positioning-wise, it's up to Neon to make sure that they just keep Scam alive. They have to give props to Adroit. They just done such a good job at leading through the lineup, avoiding Scam, but going for all these defensive supports. Just killing them and fighting them. That's going to to be the Aegis onto the Troll.
Paladin Sword on Troll as well. We haven't mentioned this. Paladin Sword plus the Morbid Mask that's gonna.
So much
There's no way Terribly can fight this guy. You have to make sure you pop the Spirit Vessel onto the Troll. But then again, he has heavy.
Oh no, it's Chen! He just wanted to go into the jungle.
3 times in a row, Pen has been the one that's getting caught out before the teamfight even started, and 10 seconds away from the RP.
Oh, they found the tusk. They have vision. It looks like they will just be able to catch him with the Spirit Rolls in. Easy pickings there so far for Adroit. Adroit are playing to win.
Yeah, I think that Neon has been crumbling. It's very hard for Terribly to solo carry this game anymore.
Does Bok know? Are they going to check the tree line? Skim is right there.
He's gonna send a alright, instantly TP out.
They will send the illusion out. I have a feeling they're gonna try and scout out the trees. Nah, it looks like they probably just still was an illusion. Insta TP. Right, so Skem's fine for now, but this is such a cool battle for the Terrorblade.
Yeah, I feel like Neon hasn't been playing too united. They are all scattered around the map. They haven't. Normally you want Chen to be the backline, but most of the time Chen was the first one to get down before the teamfight even happens. I think one last hurrah Neon for them to unite is the high ground defense. This is where you fully execute the potential of the Terror because you are forced to be surrounding the Terror when it comes to high ground defense.
Oh, they know where Rappy is. Oh, that's gonna be for Dazzle.
He's dead.
Oh, he's definitely dead. No grave for him. He's off the map for more than a minute. Oh, that's a big opening.
Yeah, all of a sudden, a driver pushed to the network from a 9k goalie to 18k goalie in 5 minutes of time.
I'm loving this change of playstyle from Adroit. Just playing hyper aggressive, and they know the limitations. It felt like last game they were compelled to make moves, but they didn't realize how far they could go, and they would overstep their boundaries. And they just gave whatever advantage they had back to Neon. But now it seems like they know the limits. They grab the kills. And they raid it back a bit.
And also I love how much impact Bok can have on his team. Whenever he has the good lane, whenever he has the right hero.
When he has a high impact support hero, not support hero, but I guess initiator. Because the DOTA, you could see that if he had the correct backup with him, if he had the Ice Path from the Jakiro, or if he had a Barrier Strike from the Sand King, any kind of follow would have been great. Looks like Magnetize just to scare off Terrorblade and Tiny.
Oh, that was a fresh meta though, so this is Adroit.
Oh, they want to fight now. Januel is going to be dead again. And no kind of god for this upcoming team fight. Oh!
That was so close!
Oh, fraction of a second. Oh, I'm very sure Sim had a heart attack too. I may have been.
Oh my god, he has to pray after this. I mean,
we might
that was so
We might
close.
have to pause the game to just have a moment to pray. It was...
If he died there, that was game because he didn't die without meta. But right now, he doesn't have meta, so this is the time Adroit wants to attack.
Oh, absolutely.
He bought out as well, so he's gonna defend his high ground without meta, without buyback.
I don't give a choice.
This might come back to haunt him though.
He's got BKB, so maybe he's banking on the fact that a lot of the damage that they're using to kill him off, of course it's the troll, but he also has to, it'll mitigate the epi, it's gonna mitigate the Magnetize, so maybe it's enough to keep him alive. Rappy can come in to protect him, the Tusk can come in with the Snowball, and then maybe we get the turnaround. Of course, a lot of these are maybes, it's not a certainty.
And most importantly, he has to be magic immune for him to do damage. So I love this BKB pickup, but I think...
You have to hope it's enough though, because there's so many things that go through that BKB.
I'm worried though, looking at his HP pool, he has 2.3 HP. It feels like it's so squishy, so burstable for Tro and the Magnus. Like even right now, if they have a high ground ward, Magnus doing the RP him, skewing him out, and he's dead. There's no saving for him.
Flash onto Natsumi, but he is feeling up with all that line steal.
Oh, pop back. Alright, never mind, that's a pop out.
Just playing safe. If they try and toss him in, I'm not sure if that would be very nice. Might be a bit too chaotic.
Oh, Silver Edge.
So what's the Silver Edge supposed to break? Or is it...
Honestly, nothing much, but it's just a nature upgrade from Echo Saber nowadays after the change. Also, Shadow Blade gives you some really good attack speed as well, mobility as well. It looks very nature on Magnus.
Escape mechanism as well, I suppose.
Killing spree.
Oh, hang on. Looks like we're having a bit of a fight there. We actually missed out on the Chen. Rolling forward there. We have Yumi to set the fight. They're still trying to jump off the stem, but where is everyone? It's just him and the Sand King. Schwenin forward. It's the Magnus by himself. Ready for up. Here's all the bodies back to forward. That's going to be the Dazzle going down. Scam, BKB, man fighting. And now everyone on the side of Adroit. Now the retreat. The troll coming back in. Oh, he just beating down the triple. The toss with the snowball. He's going to turn around. And then the Red Swap it all. And now it's just and the Terrorblade is down. No buybacks at all. Oh, goodness. It wasn't enough. The saves were there, but it just seems like Terrorblade by himself is just not enough.
Especially Neon threw all the damage to the Magnet, and Andrew came in with a very incredible save that was clutch as well. There were no more spells left from Neon's side for the throw. BKB was finished as well from the TV, so Nasumi found a really perfect timing for him to penetrate into the team fight and just clean up. And right now, no cheap. Without 3 buybacks from Neon, I think this is Adroit might have. They could go for the throne as well, honestly. They are just neglecting all the backdoor protection because the throne is obviously so big right now with the Empower. They have 2 cores that deal a lot of physical damage, so power damage is not the problem at all for them.
And they got 30 seconds left. I think that's more than enough time to try and take down all these Raxes. I think they're also picking up on this that, hey guys, Terrorblade doesn't buy back. Let's just clean up the whole base.
Yep.
Because Terrorblade's the only one that can actually clear the creeps.
There's no way clear from the other side. But yeah, their draft is designed to play ahead, not from behind. So this is gonna be mega creep for Adroit.
Actually 1-1 so far, but of course, there's always the chance of a comeback happening. And of course, we know what that chance is. It's a Divine Rapier. Can Scam afford a Divine Rapier?
Like looking at his net worth right now, I don't think he has. He didn't have to go for buyback, so Divine Rapier is very far from him.
All it takes is one team fight.
That's true.
Gotta have some faith. Could be the turnaround.
I think it takes about 3 to 4 minutes for him to farm a Divine. But even if he has the Divine, he wouldn't have money for buyback. So it is a possibility. It's just very, very hard for him.
Yeah.
But right now, he has to find money for Divine first. Step by step, you have nothing to lose right now at this point.
I don't think he's got anything to lose, right? All the creeps are going to be walking their way down to the Neon side of the base. It's really up to Adroit on when they want to finish, and it looks like they're like poisoning themselves. Yeah, they kill off Boomy, or beautiful by the Vengeful Spirit. CML looking to protect the Earth Spirit. If he dies here, he's done his job. It's fine. He actually swaps himself out of there. Actually sending Natsumi in, which of course the trouble is tanky.
I thought they want to turn there by swapping the...
All the chops. Very risky. You have to give props to Yopaj for making these plays very ballsy. And it's outside the base. They've got Rafi on the high ground. There's no way he can get a grave from out here. Beautiful bonus strike to cancel the grave. And looks like Scam going down. All one is over. GG. Adroit, big improvement over game 1.
This is their pocket strat, man. Magnet played so well in the last fight. The shot wave into skewer back, and then splitting the TV from the save of Neon is just